Alright folks, so here we go again with another episode of Rome 2. I mean, not Rome 2, sorry, Rome Total War. This is going to be my 5th episode, and I forgot to move my general over there while it was my turn to build a watchtower. But, hey, crap. That's the only bad thing about sending a general out by himself. I'm actually going to retreat. Shit. And I think I'm just going to auto-resolve it because I know I'm going to lose. And there we go. Yeah, it's not always a good thing to send a general out by himself. Sometimes you need to, or sometimes you think you need to. I do it because, it's something stupid to do that I do. And you will see me do stupid things sometimes. But hey, it's all fun. As long as you have fun, it doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter if you mess up. It doesn't matter if you lose. It doesn't matter if you lose 3,000 men and your opponent only loses 100. As long as you are having fun, even if the viewers don't like it, you know what? Whatever. If you don't like it, go home. If you don't like it, don't watch my videos. Don't like my videos. Don't subscribe to my videos. Just don't. And that's all I have to say if you don't like my videos. Or if you don't like what I do in my videos. You can always suggest things, and I'm open to suggestions, so I am open to changing a little bit, but, if I disagree with what you put up as your opinion, and you don't like it, don't hate, just don't watch. It's a simple solution that nobody else does, so, I mean, if I don't like what somebody's doing in a video, I suggest them to do it a different way, and they don't do it, then just go away. That's all I do. I just leave it alone. I don't try and hate on them. I don't be mad at them or anything. It's simply what they do compared to what I do. And I failed the mission to blockade the port of Thermon, and I only did that because my fleet wouldn't have gotten there by the time they wanted me to blockade it anyways. So I'm just gonna check up on everything, and I am going to move my troops, attack this rebel captain, so I can move and go to Narbo Martius, which is going to be the next Gaul settlement that I will take. And I'm going to move my army here onto here to head for Gaul. I mean, not Gaul, sorry, Carthage. So I can attack the city of Carthage. The only bad thing sometimes about attacking a big city like Carthage is that a lot of the people there are going to hate you. And when I say a lot, I mean a lot. Everyone in that city is going to hate you. Your public order at first is going to be shit. And that sometimes makes you lose the city, but that's okay. I'm going to do it anyways. Like here, they don't like me right now, so I'm going to turn down my tax rate. And they'll grow more when you turn down the tax rate too, so I don't mind turning down my tax rate. I have it normal almost everywhere, so my population can grow a little bit faster, because I do like to recruit troops as well. I am building a new army. I just built one, but you know what? I like to move a little bit faster than most people, or I just like to spend a lot of my money and waste a lot of my population earlier in the game. Once you have your armies built, there's no real reason to build more. I'm actually going to build that many town watch and to span all those troops, and if you don't know how to do that, that is select them all and then hit Control and then D, and that is how you disband multiple units at once. Most people who play this game that I know of just do that and then disband one unit at a time, and that takes way too long. If you're looking for a little bit of a faster game, even though this game isn't really fast, it does take a long time to play through. If you're looking for shortcuts on how to do anything, it's hotkeys make all strategy games faster, and this one too. Alright, so I'm going to be attacked by almost double the men, and I'm going to fight the battle on the map, because if I auto-resolved, I would definitely lose almost all my men, and I might even lose my family member that is over there. I don't know if he's a faction heir or not, but that doesn't matter. I try and save all my family members that I can, because it's just better to keep them alive. They act as your generals, and you can't just have one general. You need to have more than one, because sometimes your family member dies. Here we go. I'm just gonna skip this. Zoom out. All my men are relatively good position. I'm gonna move my cavalry behind. I am gonna select all my hastati, set them to auto fire and defend, which means that they will not move. If they start attacking, they won't go out and attack. And I'm gonna take skirmish off them just in case my line here of hastati gets crushed, because if that happens, they start falling back a little. These will retreat before returning fire, and well, in that situation, if that situation happens, you'll see exactly what I do. So we have 3 groups of cavalry, I think 6 of infantry, 2 range, and a warlord. Here we go. Gonna wait for that to get a little bit closer, and that's close enough. And that's how I stop cavalry charges. Just charge my cavalry before they can charge theirs. It usually does quite a number on them. Bring them back behind my line before anything bad happens, and watch side cavalry like that. I'm actually going to deal with that now before it's too late. And it might already be too late now that I say that. My general is not moving fast enough. Oh, here we go. Oh. So yeah, just get rid of their cavalry is one of the first things to do. Heavy cavalry is a little bit harder to get rid of, and I just didn't notice that that was heavy cavalry. But now that I do, I can try and do something about it. Oh man. Oh no. Here we go again. The Vilites really won't do anything, but I really can't lose this battle right now, so I'm trying to do everything to hold the line. Oh, no, he needs to focus on those. And one of their generals is retreating, and that's exactly what I'm looking for. There we go. A general dead. Engage that one before it gets too close. This turn around, hit there. And my Vilites will just go after whatever. Bring my Romans back into line. Try not to spread out too much. if they're just gonna run, I'm just gonna try and kill as many as I can before they do. I usually don't do this, but in this case, this army was large to begin with, and it took out quite a bit of my men, not too many, but it's still large, and if it retreats, it can still attack me again. So I'm just gonna crush it real quick, or as much of it as I can, kill as many troops as I can, so when they retreat, they won't have as many left, or any, if I'm lucky, which I'm not, because some already retreated the battlefield, and quite a number of them, including generals. But this is when cavalry really comes in handy. I already lost 2 groups, well, 1 group, and my general didn't actually take much that game, but that battle, but I didn't intend to lose cavalry, but it happens when you try and contain your opponent the way I did. You need to be open to losing men wherever possible. It doesn't matter, you're gonna lose men. And that's just the way I play. I always lose men. Maybe less than my opponent, but I still lose quite a bit. And this is just how it goes. And this part really isn't too big. You're just basically bashing in the skulls of retreating men, and that's it. So there's not much to talk about. And if you haven't played this game, and you're thinking about getting it, I mean, it's an older game, so maybe not this one. Rome 2 is coming out in a while. You should definitely get that if you're thinking about getting this one. There's Empire Total War, which is good in my opinion. I really like Empire. I can't record it. My computer has a hard time playing as it is, but it's a really good game. Medieval was good. I just have trouble completing grand campaigns because of money. I did complete one the last time I played, somehow. I haven't played Shogun yet, but I've heard good things about it. A lot of people like it. So, I mean, if you like one, you kind of like all the the Total War series. They're basically the same. There's almost no difference between any of them, except for maybe like Empire. You have guns. It's only muskets. It's not like actual, really modern age guns. So it's relatively the same as these games. Cannons make the big difference in that game, in my opinion. This and Medieval Total War 2 really aren't that different. I'm hoping Rome Total War 2 will be kind of like this, maybe better recruiting mechanics and building mechanics like Empire has, but definitely a good game. And it's a good place to start too, because in my opinion the campaign part of the game is the easiest part in all the ones that I've played. Between this, Medieval, and Empire, it's the easiest to play, and it's the easiest to get used to, and it introduces you great to the other Total War games. Excuse me. But yeah, it's definitely a great place to start, and if you want to, you should consider it. So, outlook on the battle. I left them with around 350. I left them with 352 men, and they started with almost 2,000. And that is the power of strategy, my friends. Just because you have less men at the start doesn't mean you will have less at the finish. And that is another great battle. I've had some not so great ones. If you watch one of my first, I think it's my second video, the siege on Mediolanium. Yeah, I got crushed at Mediolanium. I didn't lose. I still made them lose more men than I did, but I definitely lost more than I could have saved a lot more if I would have just taken a step back and thought about it for a moment. And they want me to blockade Thermon again, which I am not even going to try and send a fleet over there. I do not have... I do have the money to build one, but it's I won't get a fleet there in time anyways. So now for my march on Narbo Martius. Should be right around here. Ah, almost right. I am gonna hire some mercenaries. I usually don't, but I really need men. Because I lost quite a few last time. So that's what I'm gonna hire. I'm gonna go over here. My fleet is almost to Carthage, so I can take their capital. And I was building a new army, wasn't I? It'll be done in just a few turns, and then I can start building. Head for rebel settlements down this way and over, and I could probably also attack maybe the Germans. I don't really know if I want to attack the Germans, but it's an option now, so I will consider it. It doesn't really give me much of a view, but it gives me a heads up on any enemy units that want to come straight down through here, which is what I'm looking for. Huh. I like to also have a governor at a lot of my cities if I can. It's a good thing to have, but sometimes, with the armies you have moving around, it's okay to spare a few and just bring them out into the wilderness to fight. I'm actually bringing them out here to build watchtowers right around here. Yeah, I'm gonna end turn. And if you watch my money down here in the corner near the year it is, you'll see how much money I make in a turn now, and that will significantly increase later. Significantly. But I'm only making that much money because what I do is I queue all my buildings, what I want to build. When I want to build it, like I'll build sewers, then a market, then a blacksmith, and I won't have to see the building queue of that city for a while. And I just go to each of my cities, and that's kind of what I do. Land clearance and blacksmith last. Land clearance, I believe, increases your population rate, so that's what I want. I do not want that first. That, and then the Temple of Ceres, or Ceres, however you want to say that. This has no construction. Carlos has no construction until it upgrades. And I don't believe this place does either. And yeah. So, here we go. I'm going to drag my general right here, drop my men off in the port, and begin the siege of Carthage. Build 2 siege towers and 2 rams. It will take 2 turns, but it's worth it. It seems they have stone walls. I won't be able to. Actually, I only need 1 ram. They have stone walls. I won't be able to beat down their. The only thing I will be able to beat down is their gates. So, still gonna take 2 turns. So I'll just build the second one, just in case it's needed. Alright. So, time to take Narbo Martius. And I only have 1, but hey, here we go. I'm into the battle. Kind of have to wait for the loading screens. Actually, in medieval Total War, they usually load so fast that I can't even read the quote or whatever. So yeah, alright, here we go. I'm just gonna start deployment just to speed things up a little. Move him right towards the gates and start the battle. Not even gonna shift around my troop sheet or anything. I can do that right when I begin the battle. So I'm gonna move my Velites and my archers right up next to the walls. Just like that. I'm gonna move the barbarian cavalry and those two right here. No, more like right here. Don't want them too close to that tower. If you double click on a unit, it will change your camera view to whatever that unit is looking at. I'm gonna move my Stati up close. These are gonna be the first things to enter the city, because they are mercenaries and they are extremely disposable. So I'm just gonna move all my troops around while that's happening. Move my general closer. I might lose a lot of troops in this one, and it's because I'm going to try and make it as fast as possible. So I'm just going to blast through their gate and try and move up to the square quick. I hope it works. It might not, though. So watch out for that. The not working thing, of course. And you get to watch a battering ram break down a door from inside the battering ram. Wham. 50% with like 3 hits, not bad. Oh, more than 3 hits apparently. Yeah, like 5, but that's okay. Select these, turn skirmish mode off. Okay. And we broke through the walls. Just gonna select all my Hastati and move them into the city. Or have them throw spears. Quickly dispatch the warband infantry so we can get inside. The quicker the better. And some of those Romans have really good arms, because that was really high in the air. Alright. I don't see why the archers aren't attacking, but now hopefully they will. Try and fit my whole entire army through this gate all at once. You might think that your infantry, your cavalry kills some of your units. It might, but in my experience, I've never seen it kill anything of yours. So just let it charge right through. And I don't see why I'm not just doing this. Seems that's basically what I'm trying to do. Is have them all go through the walls. There we go. Gonna make my groups right now. And here we go. And if you just heard that beep, I'm so sorry. That's just my recorder switching over to another recording because it took over 25 minutes, which is what I set my loop to. So every 25 minutes it starts to record a new recording, and I am just going to make everything run up this hill, or these hills, and attack. And that's just my whole plan. It's just all out craziness. Um, maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. I've never really tried this before, so let's have fun. Definitely something different. Okay, why are they retreating? I have no idea. I sent them forward. Focus all right there. So basically just turn everyone around now and charge down the hill. Killing the general here. He's also a family member. Might do me some good. They'll definitely do me some good in the campaign. They will no longer have one general to feed their armies, but it will do me some good in this battle because it will make their troops break and retreat. Another thing that's good is after this, they'll probably have to have a captain in an army that they have roaming around, and captain armies are a lot easier to take. Basically, I just send a what do you call it? Huh. Sorry. You send a diplomat. There we go. Send a diplomat at your opponent, and they will. And then you hit bribe, and you can just take the. Basically some of them disband, and some of them are yours. Um, you just get rid of an army that your opponent has. Is basically what I'm trying to get at. See, and I'm gonna lose a lot of cavalry charging this, but you wanna know what? I'm trying to just get rid of as many of them as possible, and I'm withdrawing my general. Yes, I'm making him retreat, and I hope he leaves the battlefield. Not because he's giving that'll make me lose the advantage, but because of the fact that he is getting like wrecked, and losing in general will also do the same thing to me that it does to my opponent, and it's not good. I don't understand why this infantry is retreating, especially seems it has like 5 units less than its total. So, I don't know. I'm actually gonna send these starting right here up this hill. If you didn't hear that, I'm sending these starting right here up the hill. Trying to send them up this hill, anyways. And I'm definitely gonna head my velites up this hill. If they'll go that way, I honestly don't know. Maybe it was a bad idea to do this siege for me, because I tried to get it done quickly as possible, but it turns out I'm just losing a lot of men, which is a bad thing. I don't know why it's making all my men go this way. It seems it is. I'm just gonna go that way. And double pace. They mainly have light infantry, so it shouldn't be too hard to finish this battle up. It'll just take a while, because for some reason my men are going all over the place. None of those directions of which they're going are the direction I want them to go in. can actually bring him back and bring him back. My general almost retreated. I caught him just in time, and that would probably decrease the morale of my troops, so it's a good thing I just kept him on the battlefield. So here we go. There's really not much I can do anymore. I just gotta let my infantry fight through this. The only thing I hate about the Gauls is that all their men are spearmen. It's also what I hate about the Greeks, is all their men are hoplites. But I have a way of dealing with hoplites that I can't deal with these guys with because, well, hoplites, all you have to do is charge from the back. And then they usually break rank because all their hoplites are in phalanx and facing forward. So if you charge from the back, it'll overrun everything, usually killing them. And if it doesn't kill them, it breaks their lines, and when it breaks their lines, they lose all sense of the world, and that helps you win because they're scattering, and your cavalry can just now charge right through, and it really doesn't matter. So basically, they'll get to here and they'll stop routing, and then they'll attack me again, and then they'll start to rout, and it'll just be kind of a continuous thing. That's usually how it happens anyways. See? Start routing again. All I really need to do is get up on that ground where they are, and hopefully that'll work. Taking me this long to get this far, I'm not going to lose now. I might lose a lot of troops doing it, and have a really bad victory, which is better than no victory at all, I guess. Some cases. Especially if you're defending. If you lose a lot of troops while you're defending, I really wouldn't worry about it, because it's better to defend, stave off your enemy, and kill them, or most of them, and have less troops defending that city than losing. Because if you lose a city in this game, sometimes it's really easy to take it back, and sometimes it's obnoxiously hard to take it back. Because as soon as you lose it, there's a crap ton of obstacles, including the army you just didn't destroy in your way. So unless you lose a city and you take as much as you can of your enemy away with you, it's not worth a loss. You should always try and win. And my cavalry are way too close to the walls, so I'm gonna move them on my mini-map. If you didn't know you could do that, it's a little trick that can be extremely good. Just moving your men around on the mini-map so you don't actually have to go over to them, click on them, and be like, la 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 la, move here, 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 and here. It's not as detailed moving as you can do here, but it does the trick if your men are moving and they're not supposed to. Or they're moving in a direction they're not supposed to be. Like towards, walls with towers that obviously kill the men. So, that's basically gonna do it for this battle and this video. I'm just gonna finish up real quick. I'll keep recording until it's finished. After it's finished, I'll end the video. And yeah, here we go. And this is what I hate about facing the barbarians. Is every time I see your cities, this happens. I always get into a neck and neck with them. You do it almost every city, but the reason I lose so many troops is because I like using my cavalry, and their spear infantry always get in my way. Yeah, that's the major problem I have with them. But I'm just gonna move my men up onto this, try and bypass their troops as much as possible, which is kind of you know, impossible. They just go back up on the podium and are like, oh, my plaza, we're just gonna, you know, gain our morale back and start attacking you with the 3 troops we have left in our group. Oh, wow, wow, they actually do have 3. That's nice. And is that the last group? It is not. There's a group right here, and it just died, so never mind, it is. 1. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Just kill him. 0. And it's probably not a heroic victory. I probably lost a lot more men than I should have, but we'll see right now. I didn't lose too many. I always think I lose more than I do because, you know, when your men start routing and they get down past 100, it always seems like you're losing more men than you really do. And sometimes it's that your men just heal. And sometimes that's just it. Is that all? That's all it is you just don't notice that your men healed. I lost a group of Equites. So like I said, as soon as this loading screen is done, I'm going to just end the video. I might do 1 or 2 more things on the campaign map before I end the video. And sometimes I'll do things on the campaign map before you guys before I start recording, so you guys don't have to deal with all that. But it's just gonna take Narble Marsh here, so I'm gonna occupy the settlement, and this is where I'm actually gonna end the video. I will see you guys next time. Hope you enjoyed watching, and hope you watch all my Rome Total War Julii campaign videos. There you go.